Welcome, guys. It's another episode of The Neutral Corner, brought to you by Fight Fan TV Live. It's Danny Glover, it's Lex, and we're here in the building. So, yeah, man.
Yeah, what's going on, Danny? So the last episode I was here, I was reading the comments, they were saying I was half asleep, and you know what I'm saying? This is for you, Kelly. Kelly, what camera are we on? Kelly, I'm back.
Yeah,
so, I'm gonna make sure I find her out in the comments. She was like, yeah, good episode, but yeah, it's like Lex was half asleep. So, you know, to come back from a flight, you know, or the jet lag they call it or whatever, you know, straight into it. So
I hear that.
Your boy is back.
Oh, come on. Yeah. We all have off nights, you know. It wasn't even there.
Yeah, exactly. That won't mean the ring.
Yeah. So, So going straight into it. Last night we had a good show in Abu Dhabi.
At the Etihad, is it Etihad Stadium, I believe? Etihad Stadium, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, what's that? That airline, isn't
the
it?
Airlines, yeah.
Etihad Stadium. DAZN, Eddie Hearn. Matchroom. Main event, we had Dimitri Bivol versus Zurdo, Gilberto Ramirez.
Zurdo, yeah.
Zurdo, yeah. Zurdo means golden bird or something like that.
Okay.
That's one of the commentators said last night. But before we get into that, we're going to go through the earlier card. We start with
Kaya Fai. Is it Kaya Fai? He was the first one, right?
No, Galaya Fai was before him.
I tuned in from... So all the brothers fought?
No, sorry, Calify. I'm mad.
See,
yeah, Calify.
He's sleeping today.
Sorry, no, because it's three brothers. Their names. Yeah. Remember last time we was getting messed up with the brothers.
That's why I was like, did all of them fight?
No. Calify.
Yeah, and he got dropped.
Dropped in the first round. Big right hand.
I like the Fire brothers. But yeah, he got dropped. And yeah, he recovered though. He did recover from the drop. It was a surprising one. His equilibrium was gone. His legs were shaky.
Yep.
I don't know the guy I was fighting, but it's like I kept hearing Pacquiao.
Yeah, Pacquiao.
But it weren't Pacquiao. It was Pacquiao. Was he Filipino?
I'm not going to assume.
Let's just not assume.
His short colours look Filipino colours though.
Yeah. So I was just assuming, but he came out, you know, firing, dropped Kai. I think was it the first round?
Yeah, end of the first round.
Yeah. It was the first round. The guy was, you know, strong, fast hands, good engine, but your fight came back into the fight in mid rounds and then was doing stuff like going to the body, tying up,
going to the nuts.
Yeah. It's a fight. You got to do what you got to do.
Yeah. Second round, he gave him a mad low blow, but that he needed that to buy some time. So I like that. Well, I don't like that, but I like that.
Yeah, you like that, man.
Listen, I'm into clean sports. Well, no, that's a good tactic. As a fighter, you got to do stuff like that.
Yeah, so it's a fight at the end of the day, you know. So he was doing stuff like tying him up. He was hearing like Rob McCracken in the corner saying tie him up, and then, he came back and he got the victory.
He had to go to hospital afterwards, though.
Yeah, so I don't know if I want to see him in like with maybe a world titleist or a contender, because I don't know how he'll fare. He's a former world champion already, so
yeah,
you know, I'm not saying retirement. I could never tell a fighter to retire, but he's done it all, man.
Yeah, and currently the champions in his weight class is Paul Butler and Inoue. We know Paul Butler's fighting Inoue next.
Yeah, sure.
So I imagine Inoue's going to have all them belts. So we ain't trying to see him fight Inoue. That's dangerous.
What, I was just thinking, wasn't there some domestic clashes? What's this? My man's brother.
It's Paul Butler?
No, this is other guy. This Sonny Edwards. The Edwards brothers. Which one of them must be in...
Charlie.
One of them, because they was touted to fight each other a few years back, but it just didn't...
Yeah, Charlie. It must be Charlie, because Sonny's smaller.
Yeah, so it just didn't get over the line. But yeah, man, I think he wouldn't be too happy with the performance himself, because I know he holds himself to high regard. Mm-hmm. And yeah, man, let's just see where he goes from here, man. But, you know, he got the job done, like, so he did get the victory, and it wasn't like a tick over fight.
No, that's a proper fight.
That was a proper fight, you know what I'm trying to say? So, but he did get the victory, and I think he just about deserved it.
So what do you think about his brother?
You get mixed up again.
Galal. Galal,
yeah. So, Galal, you know, the thing about the difference between Galal, he's doing more of the Lomachenko route. So he's like
fast-tracked.
Being fast-tracked because he, won a gold at the Olympics. Not everyone that wins a gold at the Olympics gets fast-tracked, but if you're a certain type of talent, this is what happens. And I'm hearing he's told Eddie Hearn he don't know no easy matches. He's already world ranked in the WBC after three fights.
Yeah.
But the fight itself, I don't know what it was, but from the last two performances I saw from him, it didn't look like the same Galal. It didn't seem like the same Galal that I saw in the last two performances. He's like he was rushing it. He's like he wanted to get the stoppage. He wasn't relying on his boxing.
Smothering his work,
and he wasn't giving the guy space. But he just turned pro. This is his third fight, so nothing should be ashamed of. He got the victory, which is the main thing, and he'll live and learn from that.
Yeah. It was a bit scrappy.
Yeah.
He was up in the man's face. He was trying to overrule him, but the guy kept composed. So yeah, a bit scrappy, but yeah, he got the job done. And I heard the guy was meant to be a good fighter. I haven't seen the guy before, but yeah, hopefully he learns from this. A good experience boxing abroad.
Exactly.
And he moves on. It was kind of like Chantel Cameron, Jessica McCaskill, another scrappy affair. Chantel's.
We'll get to that. What about because we skipped Barrett.
Oh my God! Yeah, sorry, Zelfa Barrett.
Yeah, man, Zelfa. I like Zelfa, man. I don't even know Zelfa, but that's my dog, man. I like
Brown
Zelfa,
Flash.
man. Yeah, like obviously the guy that he's fighting, give Zelfa that fight again, and I think he'll beat him. I don't know what happened when he got hit, and then he's like just lost his feet. I don't know if his feet went.
It looked like a leg injury, but I didn't see where the leg went.
That's exactly what I'm saying. So when his leg went, it wasn't like, because usually you see people's leg go a bit shaky, then
or they wince and go, I hurt myself.
So he was moving away, and then his leg just gave. So I don't know what it was, but that dirty uppercut he gave my man
in the second or third round.
Dirty uppercut, he should have finished it from there, I think. But the guy, he's a strong come forward fighter.
Rakhimov.
And this is a strange fight because Joe Cordina just had the belt and he got stripped, because he had a hand injury and he couldn't defend it, which was a bit weird because he didn't even have it for that long. Yeah. So imagine just winning a world title, you don't even have time to really enjoy it and you don't even have a chance to defend it.
Yeah.
He got stripped, and then Zelfa and Rakhimov, who's trained by Freddie Roach, fought for the title. Zelfa Barrett definitely belongs at world level. I hope he comes again, and hopefully he get the winner. Because I was hearing the winner of this is going to fight Joe Cordina, the Wizard. But that being said, Zelfa, keep your head up, mate. You got enough to be ashamed of. It's just one of them ones that happens. I don't like. It wasn't the stoppage. How did you see it? Because I didn't really think it was a nasty stoppage.
No. It's because he got. Yeah, he was getting hit a lot, but that's because of his leg. So he couldn't move out of the way, and then he got dropped. And even the way he fell, you could see he's trying to straighten his leg out.
Yeah.
Even at the end, when the guy was being announced, Zelfa was still on the floor because his leg was mash up.
Yeah,
so it was a factor, the injury. Because I had going into that 9th round, I had Zelfa up 3 rounds.
Yeah, everyone had Zelfa. Even the zone commentary, they had Zelfa up. You're saying you had Zelfa. I had Zelfa up, and he was boxing beautiful.
Yeah, whipping shots, big hard body shots, good hooks and stuff, uppercuts.
What I just like to see is when the man them step up to world level, they just show they belong. Yeah, I just don't want man them getting over.
I can't even say, he fell short. He got an injury. That's prevented him. He was on his way to the victory. until the leg thing happened.
But obviously he hasn't commented about it himself. But from what I was watching and what you're saying, it kind of matches up. But hopefully maybe we'll reach out to Zelfa and maybe we'll hear from him. Hear from him and he'll be able to give his side of things.
Yeah, but well done to Pat Barrett. Great game plan. I see Zelfa using that whole amateur thing going like that with his head, the little shrugs. I see, but yeah, good. He'll come back. Hope he recovers from whatever. If it is in it, I hope it's not a serious injury. If there was an injury to the right leg. So yeah, moving on to the world title fight. Is it undisputed?
I didn't. That was Wait, that was so confusing. What happened? Because who's the lightweight champion? Chantel Cameron, right?
Yeah.
So at the end of the fight, what did she say? Now she'll put her belts on the line. I was confused what was going on.
Yeah, that's what I don't know.
Because with the women boxing, obviously, there's not that many lot of women in each weight classes, so they don't I feel like they don't have any mandatories and stuff like this. But Thing is the unified 140 champion.
Katie Taylor.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. So Katie Taylor.
Yeah, Katie's 140.
140. So what?
Chantel's 147, isn't it?
Yeah. So then,
Alicia.
When they both came out, they both had something underneath their name.
Yeah, McCaskill's had a belt.
But it said current unified undisputed something because McCaskill's definitely because she beat Brackus, whatever her name is.
Yeah.
Celia Brackus.
Celia Breakhouse or Brackus.
For the undisputed. So what is Chantel Cameron? She's got some belts, but what belts?
Yeah, because she beat Mary McGee, remember, at the 02.
Yeah, so was it 135? No, Katie Taylor. See what I'm saying? It's confusing. We got to check it out. We got the internet here, man.
Yeah. So, because Katie Taylor is 140, is the 140 undisputed, because wait, hold on a minute.
Yeah.
Or is Katie Taylor? Hold on a minute.
Is this
no, Katie Taylor's the 135.
It's 135.
Yeah, Katie Taylor's 135 because Alicia Baumgardner is super feather, right?
Yeah, she's super feather.
So that's 130.
Let me go on Chantel Cameron's. No, it's not Chantel Cameron, is it?
Yeah, Chantel Cameron. Yeah.
Sorry.
Alicia Baumgardner is the unified 130 champion. Katie Taylor is the 135 undisputed. Then Chantel Cameron and McCaskill are 140. Yeah, 140. Yeah, they're 140.
Yeah, so say that again. Yeah, that's what it said. So yeah, she's unified 140. I was right. She's unified 140.
Yeah.
And Abigail's undisputed 147.
Yeah.
But then she was like, at the end of the fight, she was like, I'll put my belts on the line. Maybe she'll put hers on the line. That's what she said.
Maybe she wants her to step up and then they do it again. But I don't want to see that again.
1 second. So is she now undisputed what? Is she undisputed 140 or undisputed 147?
Undisputed. Oh mate, I don't even know.
I don't think
What was that? Sorry guys.
I don't think.
This is why I could right now. I could have Base the Kid could have helped me. Could have helped us there because when it comes to women boxing, he is on the ball. I know he's going to be in the comment section watching this, laughing. Chantel Cameron. All right, here we go. This was for the world super lightweight.
Yeah, 140.
So 140.
Yeah, so I was right, yeah.
The IBO was vacant, the WBA was vacant,
makes
and
sense
the WBA. Oh, 3 belts were vacant.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Oh, right. Okay.
So that means McCaskill's still 147 undisputed champion then?
Let me see. She is the 147, yeah. I've got IBF, WBA, WBC, WBO, and IBO.
Oh,
yeah, she beat Alma Ibarra. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, but so talk about that fight. McCaskill's style, man. I don't know what kind of style it is. It's unorthodox. It's different.
Off balance.
But she looks off balance, but she's not off balance. But she looks off balance.
Yeah.
It was a good fight though. Chantel Cameron took time to adjust to the crazy style.
Yeah.
Because it's weird, but she moves back and she'll hit you with a counter right, or move back and hit you with double jab. But her hands are very low.
Yeah, good stiff jabs, especially in the first round. I think the first round jab, and then there was a clash of heads, what kind of made McCaskill disorientated, and her balance looked a bit mad, like worse than usual, because they both had like this kind of bump on their head, like Coco's. And yeah, a bit scrap, but yeah, Chantel won, definitely. I think probably wider than the scorecards even said, to be fair. Yeah, McCaskill, Chantel never let McCaskill get going, really. So yeah, good fight there. I hear Katie, people saying that they want to get Chantel Cameron and Katie Taylor in what's that place? Croke Park in Dublin.
Yeah, but ain't the Serrano rematch meant to be happening, or that fell through? What's happening with that? I want to see that again.
They said that's a possibility, but Amanda Serrano also has a mandatory. So
oh yeah, I was just saying the women that have mandatories now. See,
yeah.
They got mandatory. Yeah, so she got what? Because she's is it eight division?
So
is it 8 division world champion? What is she now?
I don't know how many divisions, but I think it's down at featherweight or super feather. No, not super feather. It's down at featherweight or super bantam. The mandatory is at, I think it's probably featherweight. So that probably is not going to happen. But yeah, plus all British affair, Chantel Cameron, Katie Taylor. Some people are calling for it to be Katie's farewell fight because they think she's looking a bit older in the ring, even though she's getting the job done. So that would be good.
But they should start campaigning for women to have 3-minute rounds, man.
That's what some of them are saying. Some of the women want that. Because
like there's some fighters like in 3-minute rounds, I think they'll look better. Like for instance, Natasha Jonas, you're a 3-minute round fighter. Katie Taylor, so you're a 2-minute round fighter.
Yeah.
Your style, you couldn't do that over 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Because you let off a lot of punches and a lot of energy. And like it's like you rack up the points early in the round and start, bouncing around, doing some, and like you just secure the rounds like in the first 1 minute, 30 seconds. Yeah. And you just start, I'm trying to say, floating around, doing this and that. You couldn't do that in a 3-minute round. But I guess that's just how it is in sports, Tennis is the same thing. Women play less sets, and I guess it's how it is. But we have to deal with it. But I'd love for women to have 3-minute rounds, man.
Yeah, Savannah Marshall would be good over 3 minutes. Alicia Baumgartner over 3 is good.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Even Michaela Mayer is a 3-minute round fighter, but she can do 2s because depending who she's fighting, I guess she does throw a lot of punches sometimes. So yeah, something they'll have to look into. But the women are then going to say, yeah, well, that pay needs to increase.
Yeah, but the pay is not all about rounds. It's all about
but time, innit? Time is money. Yeah,
no, time is money. But then it's like, how can I explain it? I don't think it should. It won't be around rounds. Like, because a heavyweights, for instance, like who can I even say? They say like somebody like
Daniel Dubois.
Daniel Dubois is not going to get the same money as Anthony Joshua, is he?
Oh no, of course not.
Yeah, exactly. So money's just good. You're going to get what you deserve. Like
yeah.
At the end of the day, so and anyone that's boxing for money, that shouldn't be your first thought. It should be a passion.
Yeah, absolutely. But people want to get paid.
Yeah, no, obviously. But I'm just saying, don't come into sport for money. That's an added bonus.
It's basically just shut up and dribble. Yeah. Shut up and box. It's spread.
No, that's how people get knocked out.
No, yeah. When you're just literally fighting for the check, but some people that's their exit strategy time though. So I don't knock that.
But kudos to the women boxing's come leaps and bounds. Obviously the card that was like a few weeks with Savannah Marshall and Clarissa Shields, all women card. Was that the first in history?
Yeah.
Yeah, first in history. So, the women boxing games come in leaps and bounds, and I love to see it, man.
Yeah, man. And I was correct. Lex got it wrong. Base the Kid got it wrong. Craig got it wrong. All 3 of you thought Savannah was going to knock out Clarissa. But, the master aficionado strikes once again.
Yeah, big up Clarissa Shields, man.
Yeah, big up. Now on to the main event. Dimitri Bivol. Zurdo Gilberto Ramirez for the WBA light heavyweight super championship. What was your thoughts on that performance, man? I was impressed.
Man, Bivol's a big problem, man. Because, like, the way he boxes, even though you're a pressure fighter who throws 10 million punches around, mate, you ain't doing that against Bivol. He starts making you think. And then if you ain't got the capacity up here, you're done.
Yeah.
And I've watched Zurdo fight many times, and he does let his hands go. But when you start going to a thinking game with Bivol, you've lost the match already.
Yeah.
Unless your IQ's up to par with Bivol, you ain't winning against him, man.
Yeah.
He's a very good fighter, very good fighter. You know, Zurdo did do some good, you know, Ramirez did do some all right stuff in there, but, you know, not enough to win the match. You know, he caught him with some lefts here and there, went to the body, you know, but anytime he did do something, Bivol would come back with, like, continuous 1-2s, 1-2s, 1-2s.
Did you expect more from Zurdo?
You know, yes and no, because I thought he was Mexican style, you know, but every time he wanted to put on the Mexican style, Bivol would put on the Mexican style with just, you know, releasing his hands and just letting him know, like, you can't just come in the pocket. And what's crazy is he had the longer reach advantage because Bivol IQ is so up there. He knows how to nullify reach advantage. He knows that the distance is how he judges his distance is crazy. I don't know how he does it, but it's to a T. Yeah,
big ups to his dad, because his dad was a serious coach. But yeah, he don't care how tall you are. Zurdo Ramirez, he comes in 200 plus pounds, so he's coming with his big self. But that's good when you're punching up these man who we've never heard of and punching up man like Dominic Bozil. But when you've got a man with mad IQ who's just releasing his hands and judges and gets the distance and timing, does them pivots on the balls of his feet. Yeah, he just made Zurdo look like what I thought he was going to do. People saying, yeah, this is going to be a real good fight. I was like, nah, because Zurdo is big, but compared to Bivol, he's going to be very slow, especially when you rehydrate 175, 30 pounds. Because I remember his last fight, he came in 205? So I'm like, 30 pounds, yeah, that's good if you're punching up these guys who are going to stand on the ropes. But anytime you put Bivol on the ropes, normally he just swings off. But this time, he just started throwing 6s and 8s straight punches.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, that 1-2, 1-2, 1-2, 1-2.
Yeah, he's doing that mad cat fighting kind of off the rope, but not cat punches, but it's that cat fighting like, and just like you're forced to retreat or stop what you're doing.
And then any mistake you make, he makes you pay. So then you start thinking, I don't want to throw that shot again because he made me pay last time. And I don't want to throw it again because he's going to make me pay again. Then you start doing stuff you don't usually do. Yeah. And then it's just
when the right things start going wrong, you start doing the wrong things.
Yeah, so it's just, he's a problem. But I do want to see the fight against Beterbiev. But obviously, again, also, this just shows how good Craig Richards is as well, because he had a closer fight, in my opinion, against Bivol.
Then Zurdo and Canelo and John Pascal and obviously Castillo got wiped out, and Isaac Chilemba and Joe Smith Jr. So you got to see Bivol's got a good resume. Some people was trying to, I think, who was it? Coogan was talking to Boazzi about who is Ramirez and Bivol really fought, and I was like, obviously, you ain't really checked man's resume.
You can say that for Ramirez. Yeah. You can't say that for Bivol.
Yeah, but I don't think a lot of these guys, they don't really check these brothers' resumes. They probably heard about Bivol when he fought Craig. Do you know what I mean? They probably didn't even look who he was fighting before.
Joe Smith Jr.
Yeah, I know. John Pascal.
Yeah, he's fought
Isaac
everyone.
Chilemba.
He's fought everyone there is to fight.
And Isaac Chilemba, he really won that first fight against Tony Bellew. And then obviously even the second fight, Tony Bellew had a stakeout, got on points, but Bivol made him look like a mug.
But to Bellew's credit, he had a fresh Chilemba. Obviously, Bivol did get a bit of a wash Chilemba.
Yeah, but he's still.
No, just to Bivol's credit, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, to Bellew.
Yeah, big up Bellew. I like Tony Bellew. Bellew's a proper fighter, man. So, yeah, big up Bellew, man, every time. But, yeah, man, Bivol's resume is serious, and I'd like to see what's the all-Russian showdown. They ain't going to be able to do that in Russia, though. They're going to have to do that in Canada.
Oh, yeah. Cause I noticed when they were putting the flags up, Bivol's ones just blue or just You know, when they put the flags near the name, I noticed he didn't have the Russian.
Yeah, even on
colours.
the announcement, they're saying he's from California. They're not even mentioning the Russia bit no more. Yeah.
So,
But he's not even. His nationality is Russian, but he wasn't born in Russia. He was born in Kazakhstan.
Kazakhstan.
Kazakhstan. It's a red flag with this yellow. It's like this yellow kind of emblem in the middle. It's KRZY thingy.
Oh no! So it's not the same one as Triple G.
No.
Okay. That's Kazakhstan, right?
Yeah, Kazakhstan. This one is Kyrgyzstan. It's near Turkmenistan and them kind of place. It's kind of near Kazakhstan, but it's near Russia border, all around that bit. And his dad is half Korean, half Moldovan, and Moldovan, sorry. And his mum is I think his mum's from Kyrgyzstan or something like that.
Cool,
yeah. So,
man, it was a sick fight. I want to see the undisputed fight against Bivol, but I know Bivol's got some. No, I want to see the undisputed fight against Better Beef, but I know Better Beef's got some stuff to take care of with
Yard,
which I think will be in the first quarter of the
February or January 28th.
Yeah, so in London,
O2 Arena.
O2, that's a fight.
Yeah. So moving on to Terence Crawford.
So we're moving on to the latest news.
Latest in
the fight game.
Terence Crawford and Errol Spence. Their fights fell through. The negotiations broke down. Terence Crawford is now fighting David Avenetian on a company called BLK Prime. Everyone, even Broner, they all mess up the name. They say Black Prime, Box Prime. Even Terence on that live he couldn't even get the name right. So I don't know what this company is, but BLK Prime we're down with.
They've written the check, mate. You don't care what the name is.
Yeah. So he's fighting Avenetian for a reported 10 mil. Errol Spence is now rumored to be fighting Keith Thurman for his mandatory WBC. And yeah, so what's your thoughts about this the fiasco going on there, or the news?
You know, it is. It's just one of them ones. Like you can comment on it, but if you're not in the circle, you don't really know what's going on, because you got one person saying a story, you got another person saying a story, but obviously everyone's gonna do what's best for their interests, or you know what I'm trying to say. Obviously, you saw Terrence's live, which you can catch on our YouTube channel, Fight Fan TV Live.
Be sure to like and subscribe and share and comment.
Yeah, and he was talking about the whole situation, about what happened. I'm not going to go through it, but like I said, he's going to do everything that's what's best in his interest in it. So, and the same thing for Errol. Errol's going to want us to keep working him out, because that's the guy that's
made him who he is.
Millions and selling out Cowboy stadiums. Couple times, you know what I'm trying to say? So you're not going to walk away from that.
Yeah.
If that's happening, the outsiders now coming to you, telling you that he's doing you wrong, he's thinking, mate, look, you see what's going on over here? Like, he's not doing me wrong. Maybe he wants to do you wrong, but, he can't speak on Al's behalf.
Yeah.
But one thing he is going to do is be loyal to Al.
Yeah. But what Terence and some people are saying is that they feel that Al Haymon is holding back Errol Spence because he wants to keep things in-house, which most promoters do.
Yeah. But to be honest, another thing, the welterweight division, everyone's mostly with Al.
Yeah.
So it's not...
But also, out PBC, they're scheduling, the activity rate for their fighters has dropped dramatically over the last few years compared to every other promotional franchise going out there. And that's another thing which is quite disappointing. And that does frustrate me because, when's the last time, even Boots Ennis, he's a young up-and-coming guy. You're seeing him like once a year.
Let's talk. When last did Errol Spence fight?
He fought Ugas in April,
so
May.
When next is he titled to fight next?
When's he titled to fight next? I don't know. I don't know when this Furman fight's coming.
Okay, let's go. Let's talk Anthony Joshua. When last did he fight?
He fought Usyk.
Yeah, and the fight before that?
Usyk.
So he had 2 Usyks back to back.
Yeah.
When was the last one? I forgot when it was. When was it again?
But the first one,
No, the last one that just happened.
when it August.
What about the one before that?
The first one, went that last year. But that reason why that took long is because remember Joshua was finding a new.
Forget the excuses.
No.
We can't have no excuses. We just have to tell dates.
No, context is key.
We just have to say dates.
Context is key.
We can't say excuses.
Joshua was going around the houses trying to look for a new coach.
Yeah.
He was trying to find. He had to get settled in a gym.
No. That's you in Joshua's camp.
Everyone knows this.
No, not everyone knows this.
Oh, come on. We saw him around all the gyms.
No, we did. But is that the reason the fight took long?
Yes.
How do you know that?
Because he needed a new coach.
No, exactly. You're just going by what you think.
On,
if he needs a new coach, how long did that take? What, 4 months?
He was taking ages. Remember, he was going different.
Anyway,
I'm
not in Joshua's camp, so I don't know if that's true. Obviously, Dan, I see that Dan is. So
Did you see Rob McCracken in the corner last fight?
I know. I'm not saying he wasn't looking for a new trainer. Okay. But you're saying that's the reason the fight took long to make.
That's the rematch.
Yeah, you're saying that's the reason the fight took long to make.
Also, no. Okay, sorry. That's one reason.
Now we got
no. Because there's another reason as well.
Yeah,
Remember,
yeah.
Usyk had to go and fight.
Yeah, for a week.
No, for a while, innit?
And he was there for like 2 weeks. Took a couple flicks and
in the
straps.
He was there for a couple months, bro.
He was there, but like I said, without excuses, talk dates only.
Yeah,
this is talk dates.
The first one was last year, and this rematch was this year.
So,
but the context is there was reasons behind that. Whereas what's the reason for Furman fighting once? What's the reason for
Furman? That's the worst person to use because that's not our fault. That's the fault of his own. He was injured for a lot of the time.
Yeah.
And when he came back, he's on the horse. He fought Barrios. When did he fight Barrios? Not too long ago.
But and his activity is not good anyway.
Yeah,
but all right, he's not the best one. But
what about
Boots
Tank?
Ennis.
What about Tank?
All right,
Tank ain't been active.
He fought. What was his last fight? It wasn't Isaac Cruz. It was the Rolly Romero.
Yeah.
Right. Then
Isaac Cruz before that.
Isaac Cruz was in November, December because Dean and Craig was out there for that. But remember, Tank is TMT.
PBCs.
Yeah, but it's TMT. But it's different though. It's a bit different. Leonard's running that show, whereas but Leonard's got his schedule kind of mapped out better.
It's all the same stuff.
No, it's not the same as Boots.
Okay.
It's not.
No, but Boots. When did Boots been active though? Bring up Boots' box rec, man.
Boots is not active.
Bring up his
for a young guy.
You're going like he's a prospect. He's not a prospect anymore.
He is a prospect.
He's a
he ain't
contender.
got no belt. Yeah, he's a prospect.
No, he's not a prospect no more. He's a contender now. That's the difference.
He has fought once this year. This was in May against Castillo Clayton. Then he fought Thomas Delorme in what? So he fought twice last year.
What do you want the boy to? What you want him fighting 7 times a year? What do you want?
He should be fighting 4 times a year, bro.
Why?
That's what Conor Ben does.
Why? Let's not bring up Conor Ben's name.
All right. Let's look at Virgil Ortiz then. Ortiz.
So look, he fought 3 times in 2020, twice in 21, and once in 22.
All right.
Look, he fought 5 times in 18, 2 times. So as you're going up the ranks, you're not going to fight as much. You're doing 12 rounds. You're not doing 5, 6, 7, 8 rounders. But he
ain't doing 12 rounders. He's blasting his man out mad.
Yeah, but he's doing 10. I'm talking about what's the fight
schedule.
going for?
The schedule.
Yeah, he's doing 10 rounders, 10, 12 rounders and stuff like that. Now, he's a contender. These people, usual people fight 2 to 3 times a year.
So where's Bet Ennis' second fight for the year?
Ennis. Well, the year ain't done. He might be on the undercard here and there.
Of who?
I don't know, but we'll see him out. Don't worry.
What, has PBC got another fight scheduled for this year?
No, we haven't, but there's obviously...
See, this is how I know you're so invested. No.
No, so we have... No, but
oh my God, you don't...
We haven't, but...
You're team PBC, by the way.
No, I'm team boxing. I don't know how I got finessed into this.
But all right, so... Because I don't know. The next PBC fight I know of... and that's scheduled for what, January, February, is what's his name? David Benavidez versus Caleb Plant.
Yeah, that's true. Obviously, yeah, the zone is very active. I'll give them that. Warren's very active as well.
Boxer's very active.
But Boxer's active because of the platform they've got.
Yeah, they're building something.
No, they're building something, and they have to adhere to the Sky Sports dates. It's a platform that you can't get that platform and not be doing
The service.
Yeah, exactly. So they'll just lose their contract. So that's another reason. But I just think it depends what boxer you are, innit? Like Errol Spence, when you're that kind of, you're going to be fighting 1 to 3 times a year, and that's just how it goes.
He should be boxing at least twice a year because Floyd used to at least give us 2 a year.
Floyd only used to do twice a year.
Yeah, and Errol's giving on me once a year.
Yeah, Errol's giving once, and he's going to give you probably, if not back end, beginning of the year, we'll give you. But obviously, it's just the model as well, the pay-per-view model that, what's his name? Al Haymon relies on. So also that as well, you can't just put any fight on. Yeah. Kind of thing. You know, even Anthony Jarrell, he's active. He's been active. And he's
Anthony,
PBC, yeah.
Yeah, he has fought twice this year.
Yeah, so like it's just or you can pick and choose who's active and not active in all stables. But I just think he just gets it because he doesn't do no media. He can't come back. He never will come back himself, and people just see him as this mysterious guy. Because how did Terrence start the live? So that he said he's a cool guy. I was a very cool guy. Because he knows what happens if you talk bad about her. You don't know.
But I'll tell you, okay, Rick Glacier, he said Al Heyman's not talking facts. This is on New Media Today with Malachi Williams. He said fights have been made before when Al Haymon said no fight has ever been made in history between 2 fighters in a room of negotiations. So the examples he used was Hagler versus Sugar Ray Leonard. Hagler was in Bob Arum's office. Sugar Ray Leonard was on a speakerphone via a conference call, because obviously there wasn't Zoom back then, with his advisors on both ends. The deal was struck in a record time of 1 hour. Joe Calzaghe versus Roy Jones was over a conference call. Joe was in Wales. His attorney was in England. Roy's attorney was in Chicago, and we know Roy lives in Florida. That deal was done in an hour 30. Neither guys got guarantees in that fight. That's the only other fight, world title fight in history. There was no guarantees. So I'm very shocked that Al as well didn't give Errol or Terrence guarantees. It was a co-promoted show, Roy and Joe Calzaghe. They both made $4.1 million apiece. And Rick Glazer was the matchmaker for that. What do you think about Al not, because we're going to have to wrap this up soon. So what do you think about Al Haymon not providing guarantees for either Errol or Terrence, even though Terrence said he had 2 guys who was going to provide $25 million apiece each for them?
Black Prime, BLK Prime. It's just like, it's an unknown entity. I don't know, maybe he didn't trust it, or
we could have asked for proof of funds.
Yeah, no, the proof of funds might have been there, but maybe he just thought that the fight would do more on pay-per-views, make more on pay-per-views.
But Terrence said even Errol told him that even he owns a fire stick.
Yeah, no, but with all the jokes aside, with all the bants aside, people still would have bought the fight. Come on. And you still got the gate fee as well. With all jokes aside, I think it would have done mad numbers.
It would have done good numbers, but in today's climate where everyone is doing a mad rip-off, do you know how many civilians ask me, can you send me a link, send me a link? And these times, even I buy fights, and they say, send me a link. So it ain't going to do the numbers. This ain't like Floyd. Technology's got so more advanced. We're losing numbers on pay-per-views, man.
Yeah, that is true.
And to get $25 million a piece, that's $50 million. You've got to do $80 out there. You've got to do 625,000 buys just to cover their wages. Not all the production and the rest.
Yeah, no. Just to cover
Errol and Terrence?
No, just to make the same as what they were going to get offered by BLK Prime.
Yeah.
But you never know. It could have done a madness on pay-per-view. I think it would have, because everyone's waiting to see this fight. I think I was willing to take the gamble. But BLK Prime is like these newbies. They're new in the game.
But it's like Triller. When you're new in the game, you've got money to blow. So that's something we're gonna have to.
And also, like I said in the beginning, when we first started speaking about this, Errol was going to show loyalty to the guy that made him what he is today.
Absolutely,
so,
can't leave him.
Not like he said, not all money is good money.
Yeah, because there's been some rumours of where the money's coming from.
Yeah, exactly. So not all. Also, so what rumors?
They're saying who's behind BOK.
Exactly. So, and I see Figgy put in death row. Broner doing death row. And what is he getting? 10 mil for 3 fights?
Yeah, for a
In
year.
a year?
For a year, yeah.
So I hope Broner can stick to that, man.
Yeah, hopefully you can stay motivated. But yeah, man, that's the latest and greatest. Hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to leave comments in the comment section. Give us your opinions on, your thoughts and comments on what we've been speaking about. Do you agree, disagree? If you've got any information added to the context. And then be sure to hit the like button, thumbs up, subscribe, hit that bell button to get all your notifications. And that's another one.
And subscribe to the YouTube channels. I mean, not YouTube, sorry, to the Instagram, Fight Fan TV Live, and follow as well. Sorry, hit us up in the DMs. And yeah, man, any new news you guys find out there, send it to us in the DMs. We'll repost it.
Yeah, man. And thank you very much, guys. That's another episode of the Neutral Corner. It's Danny Glover. It's Lex. And remember, guys, persistence beats resistance. You know where it is. We're out.